Schizotypal personality disorder is the thing that I have, according to my psychotherapist. When I went to the hospital for 3 weeks treatment, I had suicidal thoughts, basically. And my therapist decided to send me to the hospital. At that moment, I was using substances, so it was like substance induced. Since I quit, it's been nearly 6 months, and I've been doing better. Well, it's better as changing jobs every month than not really better, but at least I'm not using substances. I just watched a video on STPD treatment, schizotypal personality disorder treatment. And this woman, this therapist, was talking a lot about how people with STPD are unable to take care of themselves. That really hit me, because I would like to say that I'm not suffering from that. I would like to be like, no, I'm able to. But I'm taking care of myself, but it's not to an extent that I would like it to be. It's just something about not caring enough. Just doing just that minimal amount. And when I realized when I was in London, when I was running away from, my family, because I was mistrustful. I was mistrusting. I wasn't trusting enough my family members, including I just thought that nobody understood me, really. And it's true, nobody does understand me, to an extent that I would like them to. But there's people that get it. Not a lot of people, but I'm seeing that people on YouTube, and this video is particularly being done because a guy called Vilus asked me to talk about STPD more and my opinions about it, so I wrote down some traits again, and I will talk in a minute of what I think about those traits. But it made me realize, his question made me question my decisions that I'm trying to do now, that I want to make now, that I want to travel to another country, I want to change my environment, I want to study. And I started to think, as I listened to this video about SCPD, whether I'm not doing the running away again. Is it not part of mistrusting again, that this environment is not good for me and I need to change the environment, change the surroundings, and get away from my closest people, like my grandma, including my parents, who come back here every once in a while. So Phyllis said he's not sure what to make of this diagnosis. I'm not sure what to make of it, if I'm honest with you. I'm taking medication. I probably would stop taking medication if I went away. I see everything a bit clearer when I have the diagnosis. I'm like, but if I'm listening through the eyes of the doctors, then I feel like I can't, I start mistrusting the doctors, And that's one of the traits is mistrust of people, like suspicious thinking, and that's, I guess, one trait that I didn't pay enough attention to, is that suspiciousness about what people have to say. But I don't know, like, aren't we all suspicious? Aren't we all a bit like unsure? But another thing, what I heard in this video was like, some people with borderline personality disorder or schizophrenia even, or other disabilities, let's call it, other diagnoses, they might be like overachievers. They might be achieving a lot in their life. The people with STPD are the ones that usually have low income or no income, where it's exactly where I find myself now. I'm not saying that I'm broke, because I'm quite good with saving up money, but I don't do too much, like, I'm recording these videos, go to a cafe, I do some work, cash in hand work at the moment, and I'm living off this idea that I will go to Denmark, in August and next month for a weekend. But I'm not sure now if I should be going there at all, because is it not just me running away again, and running into a bigger issue, actually, because people don't know my diagnosis. Like, people I speak to, they don't know what it feels like to be in it, and it's almost like I am blind to it. That's the worst part. Like, I lose myself in my own thinking. Like, I lose myself for what I am, who I am. I went to a supermarket yesterday and I just inquired about the job. And they were like, yeah, come in, come talk to the manager, and, you can find something. And I was like, yeah, maybe I just need to get a job and settle down. And it's like, just a couple of days ago, I just quit a job, thinking that I need some bigger change. And now I'm jumbled up all over again. I did some work yesterday with these, helping these old people, like, with their garden, and it really seemed like it was on the way of where I'm going right now with this journey to Denmark. It really seemed like the universe is leading me towards that direction, like the universe is saying, you're being led on the right path. Maybe I need to just forget about these diagnoses, and if Villas didn't ask, I probably wouldn't even think about it, but everything happens for a reason, I think. So he asked because he was interested in it. He was interested in what I have to say, And I spoke to my friend yesterday, 2 friends, about this trip and this. Well, it's a big commitment. It's not just a trip. It's 5 years, out of my life. So it's like, it's not small. So I wanted to sit down here and talk about traits. So here we are. sun right behind us, I think. Really nice. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully that's not, hopefully that's on the way of what I'm gonna talk now. And it's the traits of schizotypal personality disorder. So first one is unusual connection between unrelated events, what I call synchronicities, but they are specifically particular to the person. Like, so what I was saying to you about working yesterday with these old people, helping them. You know, when I go to Denmark, I might have to do jobs which involve like gardening or working with people with special needs and maybe perhaps old people. So I'm seeing connections straight away between what I did yesterday and today. And here's the blank stare. Here's my blank stare that just turned on. That's weird because it's like I'm gonna jump to number 6 straight away. Inappropriate or constricted affect. Blank stare. Laughing where it's not funny. Socially awkward. Problem with social cues or reactivity. Due to inactivity, I guess. Yeah, so the blank stare that I just got just a couple of seconds ago was literally what they're talking about here, and they're right. Like, you know, I don't want to accept one thing that it was saying that people with STPD, like that woman was saying on the video, that people with STPD, they don't want to accept psychological, like psychiatric help or any kind of help, you know, because they're so suspicious of people who are trying to help them. They're suspicious. I mean, I am, I should be, but I went to the therapist. But it's true, I did feel suspicious a lot about what he was telling me, because there I'm getting the blank stare again. I just saw a bug and it's just crawling and I'm getting the blank stare. It's weird. You're seeing the full STPD in action right now. I even forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so we're suspicious, but I went to the therapist and I was getting treatment, 60 sessions. I would have gotten more, but I didn't continue with that. I'm just getting this blank stare right now. Laughing where it's not funny. I just tend to not react at all at certain stories, or just doesn't click with me sometimes, you know. I'm just like not reactive. But yeah, the blank stare I get a lot. I'm like, I just relax, like, because I guess I'm so tense all the time. And when I relax, I'm like, in random moments, whenever it comes on, you know, it's like, if I'm relaxing, I'm supposed to be relaxing, because that doesn't come that often. So yeah, sorry that my video today is quite jumbled up, but my mind is quite jumbled up now. I'm not sure of what I'm supposed to do, what I should do with my life. So perhaps nothing. Okay, number 2. That was number 1, then number 6, now number 2. Odd beliefs or magical thinking, superstitions, telepathy, magical rituals. I don't know, like, I get telepathy. I understand telepathy. Like, I hear people's thoughts sometimes. Like, I hear what people are about to say, and then they say it, and I don't tell that to anybody, but I have these. I think this is connected to number one, like unusual connections between unrelated events. Like, as I said yesterday, I was working a gardening job, and then I'm thinking, in Denmark, I might need to do gardening jobs, you know. I was hearing stories yesterday from this um, old old man who was giving me the job, and he was saying, just telling me stories randomly. And when he was telling me stories, I was like, there it goes, blank stare again. I was like, why is he telling me these stories? Like, I'm supposed to work and he's telling me these stories. And then I realized that this is learning by practice, which is what I would be doing in Denmark when I go to that course, which is like I'm learning from a person, first-hand experiences. He went to war. He started talking about war and things that he knows and books that he reads, and I was like, this is it. I'm getting the full experience, like, as I'm working. So that's another connection to Denmark for me. So I'm like, I'm supposed to be going there, it seems like, you know? But then now everything here starts to look so great around me that I don't want to, in a way, I don't want to leave. But it started to look great once I made the decision. So this is how my thinking goes. And call it magical thinking. But this is how I make sense of things. Or maybe that's how I get lost in things. Unusual perceptual experiences. Someone is in the room whispering their name. I've heard my name being whispered. Yeah, that's true. I've heard things in the past. I don't know if it's like more like schizophrenia on this side, but I don't think schizotypal and schizophrenia are very close. This could be quite far apart. So I don't know. Don't know about this one. But I definitely have unusual perceptual experiences and I get lost in them. Now thinking about it, I get lost in them, and perhaps I got lost. But even my therapist said wherever you go, you're gonna be okay. Like, you're gonna find friends, you're gonna be okay, and it's going to be fine. So I'm just like, am I really not able to leave this place? You know, should I be here and stay safe and not go anywhere? Like, or should I? Or should I do the opposite? Odd thinking or speech, new word versions. Of course, new words need to come into effect, because even knowing two languages, like, you start to jumble up words together by accident or on purpose, and it's quite funny, and it's quite fun to do when you've been in another country for a while, and looking at my face, puffy it looks. You start to connect things that are seemingly unconnectable. So, and you have fun like that. So, I don't know, I'm schizotypal, all right. I think I'm. I think the diagnosis is right. I think the traits are right, and I think I should stop trying to fight it, because it's just getting in the way of me knowing me. I'm getting to know myself better in this way. So, hello, Albert. There's a dog barking at me. Um, Another point is, I think in our speech, new word version, suspicious ideation, being cheated on, being followed. So when I was in a relationship, when I was married, for sure I was um, suspicious. When I had girlfriends, I was suspicious. But it's almost like, and this is gonna sound really bad, it's almost like I was causing the suspiciousness by not wanting to be together, which is another trait. I was like blaming them for things that are not their fault, but it wasn't because I thought that they were cheating on me, even though they probably wanted to cheat on me because I was being such a jerk. But maybe not such a jerk. Maybe it's just my personality. Maybe it's my STPD. But yeah, she was. I made them go away because I wanted to be alone, probably because I didn't understand myself at all. Like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I having all of these thoughts in my head for some reason? Now it's clearer. Suspicious ideation, beach, inappropriate. I talked about this one. Peculiar appearance, same color clothes, like a fashion statement. I tend to have clothing which is the same for a long amount of time. Like, I see it as being like, what's the word now? Just not trying to buy new clothes, like trying to save up the environment, environmentally friendly, environmentally aware. Buy secondhand clothes, usually they're black. And, well, my shoes are white now and my coat is gray, but I don't know, I don't tend to buy like clothes that are in fashion at the moment. I buy like off clothes that are not in fashion on purpose. Like, I like to buy things that are a bit like that nobody is wearing at that time, or that they don't separate you out of people. They just make you look normal and the same. Which is, I guess, a fashion statement in itself. Lack of close friends, first degree relatives. So that's where the thing with suspiciousness, I think, with what the thing about marriage, what I was talking about, and having girlfriends and being suspicious just because I want to be left alone, I want to be left alone. I don't know why. Like, because I'm suspicious. Because I'm suspicious. That's why I want to be left alone. I'd rather be alone than mistrust somebody that's next to me, that's supposed to be close to me. And I'm suspicious of my close relatives too, which is weird when you think about it, because they're the ones that love me. They're the ones that support me when things are going wrong. But it's STPD. That's how it is. At the same time, when I'm reading these traits, I could be reading some other diagnosis traits, and those traits would seem to me like they fit. It's like, it's fucked up. First degree relatives, yeah, my closest people are my family, But is that good? Like, I can't find any close, like, I can find, like, I have friends, but are they close friends? No, like, it's only me, you know? Excessive social anxiety because of paranoid fears. It doesn't diminish with time, worried of what people might do. So that's it. That's the last one. And that ties in with suspiciousness. That ties in with social awkwardness. That ties in with a lot of all of these are intertwined, I think, and all of these are what you would call the STPD in general. So now my brain is jumbled up. I don't even know if I should go anywhere, because I'm like having all of these traits and having all of these troubles. It seems like maybe I should just stay put where I'm at and create my art and not jump too high, because I always get burned when I jump too high. But at the same time, I feel like I should explore. So I don't know, I'll leave you at that. Today the video is about STPD, because Vilus wanted me to talk about it. I wanted to talk about it. So thank you for the question. That's how I saw this channel happening, that people would ask questions and I could be talking about it. Maybe this whole channel should be about STPD. Maybe this is my discovery of me channel, and maybe we're finding about ourselves more than anything. We're finding things about ourselves more than about the world or anything like that. Because maybe it's all about knowing yourself, As soon as I made a decision to go to Denmark, things started to change, started to shift, started to take shape, and now I'm like, what is it? What is it that I have to actually do here? Do I need to go somewhere, or do I just need to discover myself more and more? Because I'll be discovering myself. It doesn't matter where I am. Do I need to go to another country for another 5 years to discover myself? Or can I stay here, stay put, and create and not run away? We'll see. We'll see what the universe will tell me. Thank you guys for being here. I'm proud that you're my friends. I'm proud that you're asking me questions. The questions that you're asking me, they're helping me unravel myself, and hopefully they helped you, Vilus. Let me know what you think of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys. Lots of love. Peace.